What's up, y'all? Okay, so I'm gonna talk about how astrology saved me. In regards, okay, so astrology has literally been my saving grace in regards to connecting with my son and being an intentional parent. Like, it's really helped me keep the course of where I'm trying to go with this. So my son is a Pisces, and he is a Pisces sun, Aquarius rising, and a Taurus moon. So he's emotional. He's super emotionally intelligent, super emotionally sensitive to his environment, to people, to things like that. And he loves the finer things in life. That Venus ruled Taurus comes in strong. Man will smell his food before he eats it. Like the whole, like, he loves food, he loves luxury, he loves outdoors, he loves love. Like, he is unorthodox, out of the box. Like, I just love this little man. Like, he loves basketball, but then at the same time he loves chess, loves math. Like, he's just so very much true to his signs. And I think I don't usually like Aquarius, to be very honest with you, but he's my favorite Aquarius, like, energy. He's literally the way it shows up and manifests in his chart. Like, that Aquarius energy, I love it. Yeah. But yeah, and I am a Scorpio. I am a Scorpio sun, a Libra rising, and a Leo moon. So it astrology changed my life. It helped me become more personable and become where I'm able to relate and I'm able to hold space for him a lot more and myself. So being a Scorpio, I'm everything. I want privacy. Don't want to deep dive into every goddamn thing. Like, it's that deep for me all the time. And I'm very much like, how do I explain? So to the world, I'm stoic, right? I am a very emotional person. I'm emotionally sensitive also to my environment and to people and everything like that. But I'm just better at having a poker face. Like, I'm observing, I am taking in, I'm digesting the emotional environment. I just have a poker face on, or whichever. Like, I'm just stoic, like on the outside, you know. But in the inside, it's the Red Sea, it's the Mediterranean Sea. Like, it's giving that, trust me. But yeah, so with him being a Pisces, the way he likes to show up is very obviously, he shows up emotions first, right? Like, and he's very emotional, right? And I am very much emotional also, but I have to bring logic in the way my chart is. I have to always bring logic. I always have to balance out what I feel versus what I know, right? I don't necessarily just move off my intuition all the time, which I'm working on. But yeah, so when he's bringing, like, so in the beginning it used to be like a lot. He's just feeling emotion and I'm like, okay, bro, like, it's not that serious, but it is that serious. Like, now I'm deep diving into like why he feels so emotionally attached to the situation instead of deep diving into his actual emotions, you know? And what the emotions like have been triggered by the situation, type of thing. So it's, like I said, it's just it has really given me a wider perspective on how I can, like, just show up better, bro. Show up better as a mom for him. Like, Pisces, they're probably the most, because I would say Scorpio, but then no, I would say Pisces probably is above us, but are the most intuitive sign in the zodiac, are the most emotionally intelligent sign. Pisces, the thing with Pisces, what I've discovered and I realized is that they need authentic people around them. And at first I'm like, yo, universe, why would you give me such a hard body, like, like, and give me this soft, gentle boy? I don't want to break him. He's so fragile. I don't want to break him. I don't want to destroy him, you know? I used to be freaking tight. Like, why would you give me this? Why would you give me this challenge? I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just so hard, tough, rough, and like, you know, to everything. And like, that's exactly why. Like, because you need to soften the fuck up. Got it. And I need to also teach him how to be a little bit rougher and how to get a little bit of callous of life. Like, let life give you a little bit of callous, and that's okay, right? Because like, it has to be balanced. Too much of anything, you could think something's good, but too much of that is even bad, you know? So yeah, if for Pisces, the way they show up emotionally, they need authentic people around them. And it makes sense why, like I said, it makes sense why the universe paired us together. They need people that are going to be stoic in their authenticity also. Like, not even stoic, sorry, that's the wrong word. They need people that are going to show up in their authenticity all the time, because Pisces reads the emotional, the energetic environment, right? The things, the intangible things, the things that are not being said, the body language, the feelings, the elephant in the room, like, you know what I mean? Like, the things that you can't necessarily always verbalize. Like, they read that and they read it instantly. Like, instantly. You cannot fake a Pisces, because they read the energetic signature, right? And that's what really is guiding the external, which is our body and our movement, right? So you can be navigating like, oh yeah, everything is fine, but internally you're a freaking chaotic mess. A Pisces is going to literally see that on sight, right? And that's what they're going to speak to and react to it, and you know what I mean? And like, and navigate off of what they're seeing and what they're feeling inside, not the thing that they're showing, how you're showing up in the world and how everyone can locate. No, it's like the freaking hidden things, right? So when people are not authentic in themselves, meaning like they're not even being real about how they're feeling, right? So like, let's just say I wear a mask to the world. I show up as, oh yeah, I have everyone's back. I'm really reliable. I love people and but internally, how I really feel inside is I feel like I have put myself last. I really hate that, and I'm really, really hard on myself because I feel like no one has me the way I have myself, right? So I wear a mask. And Pisces, what they do, instead of seeing the mask that's presented to the world, they go right through that, and they're hitting the, okay, so why do you keep putting yourself last if you really don't like that? And you're like, what the fuck, bro? Maybe I wasn't ready to deal with those emotions yet. Maybe and that's the thing, right? So what can happen though is that when they have people that are really inauthentic around them, that are not, like I said, not ready to even validate what they're feeling and being real about how they're feeling and stuff like that, then it's this whole gaslight situation, right? So it's like, because the Pisces is going to speak on the energetic environment. So bro, I can tell that you're upset. I can feel that something's going on. And here you are like, no, nothing's wrong. But you internally know something's wrong. You know that what they're saying is right, but you're like you're literally gaslighting them, right? And that will really impact and negatively affect a Pisces. It can, right? So now it's like they kind of now like second guess their internal compass and second guess their intuition and what they're telling, like, you know, and second guess the fact that they're able to read the emotional environment, right? So it's a lot of gaslighting, and obviously gaslighting is not good for anybody. So, you know, and I did not want to do that to my son. Bro, I did not want to do that to my son. I feel like I experienced a lot of gaslighting growing up and stuff. And that's just something that a pattern I did not want to continue. So I had to get really knowledgeable about my son and about myself and how I operate. How do I explain this? In astrology, explained like I can't remember where my Jupiter falls, but my Jupiter is very strong. So I have Jupiter is like higher knowledge and stuff like that, and knowings, right? And it's basically passed down through my ancestors. So I get a lot of downloads. I'm clairvoyant, basically, like, right? Or claircognizant, right? So I just know a lot of things. Don't know how I know, I just know, right? But because also there's other aspects in my chart where I need the facts. Like, that's also Scorpio too. Like, I have South Node in Gemini. So I need the facts. I need the facts, right? So it fights because obviously if I just getting a knowing from the universe, right? There's not necessarily like the facts behind it, but it's right because it's literally from the divine, right? But I don't have the facts. So the other half of me is fighting, like, and that's literally my internal fight back and forth for my whole life, okay? What I know, what the universe drops, the downloads, the freaking spiritual things that I know versus what I feel. What I know sometimes is like, how to explain it? So like the environment can be giving me back feedback, right? And that's what I'm feeling. So I'll give you an example. If I'm with somebody, right, and they're treating me like crap, and I'm like, okay, cool. I feel the environmental feedback is that they're treating me like crap, and I feel like crap, right? I don't want to be with this person or whatever. Cool. And then it's like, I'll get a knowing of like, okay, cool, ding. Well, you know this person's treating you like crap because where they are in their life, where you guys have met, you know that they're not even at a place where they can love themselves. So you knew that they weren't gonna love you. So you already know what's going on here. And then now it's like, okay, it's literally a battle, because it's like, bro, so are you the villain because you're treating me like crap? Or am I the villain because I knew that you weren't capable of giving me what I need and I still put myself in your hands, right? So, and there's like I don't always want to be responsible. I don't always want to be in a state of holding accountability all the time. So that is literally my life all the time, because it's like, yeah, cool. I'm just trying to like navigate and like, you know, living off the fields of life. And here comes the universe, like, boom, information, like, bing. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, when I say it's very difficult, like with great responsibility comes great power, or great power comes great responsibility. Sorry. With great power comes great responsibility. And it is so very true. You want to be clear, cognizant? Okay, cool. So when you now know, you don't know how you know, you don't know why you don't know, but you know, you have to do better. Because when you don't do better, and when you know you don't do better, you don't receive better. You actually receive worse. You actually receive a lot worse, because it's like, also, I have a freaking Saturn in Aquarius, so it's happy at home. It's at home. It's happy. I get like, I'm an Aquarian. I'm a Saturnator, or whatever they call it, whatever. Essentially, which means that if I don't navigate properly, thoroughly, I will be punished. So if I do the things that I know I'm supposed to do, great rewards, great blessings, divinely favored. But because I'm divinely favored, if I do the things that I know I'm not supposed to do, yeah, I'm going to get great consequences, grave ones, grave ones. Yeah, so I can't just be like, pretending like I don't know better and I don't need to do better. Every time I know better, I have to do better. Because if I don't, that Saturn comes in and body slams me, dog. Body slams me, okay? So it's a lot, because it's like, yo, sometimes you want to play the fool. You want to play a fool. Like, you know, like, oh my goodness, you're doing this to me. Why are you hurting me? And then here comes the universe, ding, download. Like, girl, are they hurting you, or did you hurt yourself? You know you didn't heal that trauma, but yet you still went and tried to rekindle that relationship. What? Girl. Ooh, like, yeah, shots all the time. Okay, it's a difficult life. But this is why I say astrology saved my life, because when I was younger, I was going crazy, guys. I was going loco in a coco, okay? Because I'm like, I would just get these knowings. Like, that's also, and not even I toot my own horn, because you should toot your own horn. But people like talking to me because I'm able to listen, because I don't always have to feel like, I don't have the urge that I always feel like I have to reply, because when I listen, that's when I get like the perfect things of like what needs to be said. Like the universe gives me a download and it's like, bing, right? Like I find that people, they have to like really, they don't listen because they want to reply and they want to have like the perfect reply. I know I don't have to try hard to have the perfect reply. Not even a cocky thing. I know if I listen to you, if I just listen to you, then my divinity, like my divine, and they connect and they do things, the divine's going to drop the right nuggets that to me, and I will say it to you, that you needed to hear. Right? If I just do it on my own, it's not going to hit the way like if it was a divine message, you know? So I have no issue listening to people. So I'm always listening, right? I'm a very good listener, and people are not really good listeners like nowadays, you know? They're always waiting to like, they're listening so they can reply, right? So because I'm a good listener, and like that's an asset nowadays, a lot of people like talking to me, right? And like, oh, you always know what to say, you always have the right word, or you always like, you know, whatever, and they don't realize it's like, bro, because it's not me. It's not me. That's the gal them upstairs, bro. That I didn't even, because I was gonna tell you, but the gal them up the stairs had something, a little divine message to tell you. So yeah, so having that heavy Jupiter aspect in that like, it's literally, I think my 4th house or whatever, but the house of the ancestors, like, it's essentially to say like my ancestors passed that down to me, like that gift. And in my family, in my household, like my granny and stuff was basically like that. Like she was clairvoyant, like, and she like was talking. She was a medium between like the physical realm and the ancestor and the spiritual realm, right? She had that ability, so she would get messages and downloads and stuff like that, right? So it's very common in my lineage, my mom's side, that people like were clairs, like, you know. So, but it's a lot. I'm a clair on my mom's side of my family, and I feel I'm still doing something different that everyone else is doing, because no one is me, right? They're them. So they're doing something different that I can't do what they're doing either, right? So for me and for my own path and stuff, I don't have anyone where I can be like, yeah, okay, so what should I do next, bro? How do I balance the freaking yin and yang energy within me? How do I balance the masculine and feminine, bro? How do I balance what I know and what I feel? Like, which one? And then when, like, you know, all my questions, I don't have that. So it's a lot of conversation with the universe. I just want to God, like, that's it. That's what gets me through. I swear to God. I swear to you guys. Conversation with the universe. I have to take my ass outside and walk. I have to take my ass outside and walk. I have to take my ass outside and walk, or I have to take myself to a park, or I have to go into nature. I have to be around nature. That is the only way I'm going to get through. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope you were able to grab a couple of gems, something that you can utilize in your own life. Don't forget to stay tuned, hit the notification bell, so then you guys will know when we post. But part 2 of this amazing talk is coming next week. Look out for it on our Instagram and our YouTube. Later. When you are actually a real clair, like when you're really a clair and you really receive downloads from the universe and things of that nature, it's hard, because it's just as I was saying for the Pisces, it's the same thing for us. We have to make sure that we're around people with integrity, people who are authentic. Instead of that is you fall into gossip really easily, right? So using that as a means to try to connect, because I didn't know any better, right? I just kind of wanted to make friends, and I just wanted people to be my friend, you know? And then on top of that, I just knew things. So it was like, I'm not going to invest my feelings here. I'm not going to let this little crush but blossom into a whole, like, I like you situation, which is going to blossom into a whole I love you situation. And now, because I love you, it's so fucking hard to get rid of you, even though I know you're no good for me.